Most people wander through model homes and they go, oh, gee, the opinion of the color of the kitchen is what they buy. I can't tell you the number of times I've seen, oh, I love this kitchen. This is the color I want. Let's buy this home. You're buying so much more. And if you're building, you can have any color of kitchen that you want. So let's back it up for a hot minute. How do you decide which model homes you're going to go through? By marketing, whether it's TV ads, it's Facebook ads, postcards in the mail, however you find them, those are the houses you would go to. So where are the rest of the builders? Well, look at it this way. The national builders are the ones who have the most money. They do the most market and they will be the most visible. So first of all, there are three different kinds of builders. There are the national builders. They buy tracts of land and do developments. You might know some of the names. There are Lennar, Pulte, MI, Horton, to name a few. And those will be the more familiar names to you. When you visit a model, they will have a map. And it'll show all of the lots as they are designed out. And then you get a menu of designs that goes with those lots. With the caveat, if you're really insistent on having a walkout basement, you have to buy a lot that will have enough slope so that you can have that basement. Otherwise, most of the lots are pretty interchangeable. But the builder does build a specific design for a specific lot and how that works. So you choose from the design templates that you like, and you will be working with their design team, and they will have an offering. Now understand that they buy for thousands of homes and in advance. So they will have preset templates of what works together, and you can choose and make some changes, but you can't make a lot of changes. So if there's something that you're asking for that is not within their template design, it may or may not be possible, but you will pay more for it. The other thing to understand is that when you're in that model, it's built out with all the bells, the whistles, the upgrades that you could possibly dream of. The basic price of that design doesn't have all of those upgrades. It's basic. So it may have vinyl flooring instead of the wood flooring you were hoping for. It may have vinyl flooring in the bathrooms and the kitchen instead of the tiles that you were hoping for. So the wood may be a $3,000 to $5,000 upgrade. The tiles may be an upgrade. Do be aware of your budget. So remember that the advertised price is different than the final product that you're seeing as a model. Then we go to semi-custom builders. Now they work a little differently. They will have access to lots and they will have designs that work on those lots. But again, you can choose. They will have more flexibility with your choices, especially within the footprint of the house. So you can move the walls a little bit, move this, that. They can send you to Sherwin-Williams to pick out your own colors, or they can send you to a design center to find your own, the kind of flooring within a budget. So they will give you assigned budgets. It's called an allowance for, let's say, flooring, for appliances, for lighting, for paint or decking, that kind of thing that you have asked for. So it works like this. Let's say you go to the appliance showroom and your allowance is $5,000. That would be for refrigerator, stove, microwave, washer, dryer, compactor, anything that you wanted in that design package or the appliance package. So you go to the showroom and all of a sudden your eyes fixate on a Wolf 6-burner with a char broiler, an infrared char broiler. Now, yesterday you didn't even know that such a thing exists, but today you found it, you love it, you have to have it. It's $11,500. Your budget is $5,000. So what do? Is it worth it to splurge on the Wolf and then take away from somewhere else? You want a balance of your budget and the final result. Last year, for example, I negotiated for a couple. It was late fall, and we negotiated $6,000 off for installed sod. We were in September, October. They couldn't install the sod in the fall anyway. They had to wait till the spring. So they took a price cut of $6,000, used that elsewhere, and I gave them a big bag of grass seed. So then we go to fully custom builders. They can do just about anything you want. for a price. And you may not know the names of them because they don't build as many homes, but they're the kind of builders that you will see in the artisan tour, in the Midwest luxury home tour, in the architectural tour. And they can offer things you might not even heard of or think of, like an entirely glass Italian kitchen where things pop up and move around, that the appliances are all clad in this very hard glass. You don't even see your appliances, where the electric sockets pop up and then disappear as you're not using them. So instead of a wall, or instead of normal walls, you might have floor to ceiling windows along a whole vista that basically brings the inside out. That may include specific landscaping, like rain gardens, all kinds of things that a normal builder wouldn't do for you. So there you have it. That's 3 kinds of builders, but it doesn't find exactly the right one for you. The one for you starts with your budget and location. We research where you want to be, who is building in there, and we look online. We check the builder profile. We look for reviews. What is their history? Do they have any glitches? What are people saying about them? We also go to the showrooms to look around. There was one last year, and it was a good builder, but the way the staging was and the way it was set up, it felt like an old folks home, and it wasn't appealing. So we went on to another builder who had, the staging was really bad. The rug was shaling, and it was a mess. So we went on to other builders. So everything starts with your budget. Remember, you keep that in mind at all times, because it's really easy to rack up $40,000, $60,000 when you let your inner HGTV loose. I worked with a couple last year moving from St. Paul to North Branch, and there were only 2 builders in the area. They were in a teeny tiny house in St. Paul. So the first builder had small homes, and they were kind of comfortable there. They go, oh, it's new, and they liked it. I just felt it was going to be really small for them in 6 months. When I sold them a house in St. Paul, it was him and her. 3 years later, or 4 years later, it was him, her, 2, a baby, a toddler, and 3 cats. They needed more space. So this new home didn't give them all of that space. So the agent on that one only worked 4 days a week because she was a motocross enthusiast, and that was what she was going to do. She also handed us a document that said that the builder will do absolutely nothing for you. They won't contribute to closing costs. They won't build anything out. No upgrades unless you work with their lender and their title company. That is totally illegal. No one can force you to work with any title company or any lender. They can give you perks, but they can't enforce that you do. I strongly urge them to look at the other builder. It was a little bit above their absolute price point, but we went in, they liked the home, and we negotiated back and forth, and that was the one with the sod, $6,000 off there, and a couple of other little negotiables, and we made it. They didn't understand in the beginning why I was so upset with the first builder, because 1, I didn't like the quality. I don't like an agent that works part-time and treats the client poorly, that hands us illegal documents, and they wanted $15,000 to finish off a 500 square foot, or $15,000 to finish off a 500 square foot basement. That's $300 a square foot. That's outrageous for a family room and a half bath. So we went with the other builder. Once they moved in, they were absolutely happy, and there was no contest on who the better builder was. So finding the right builder for you is a process, and it starts, again, we always focus on the budget, where you want to be, and we should take time in doing that. If you're building from the ground up, it takes about 6 months. If you're buying a move-in model, then it can be as little as however long your financing takes. So I'd love to work with you. And if you have questions or concerns, and I know right now they probably won't occur to you, but they will at 2 o'clock in the morning. So don't call, but call me the next morning or text, or you can even DM me on Facebook.